Good morning. As you can see today, I am talking to you from my new place with a gorgeous garden. I haven't explored all the corners of it yet, but I'm sure I can create some other interesting views for our mindful morning. Anyway, this is a recording for Sunday, August 17th. And the Zen story for today is titled The Cat Who Sat Behind the Moon. The dreams began in early autumn. A young monk started waking with the same image in his mind each morning, the full moon, round and unmoving, hanging low over the temple roof. And behind it, just barely visible, was the cat. Not on the moon, not beside it, behind it, hidden by light, half there, more suggestion than shape. In the first dream, the monk tried to speak. No words came, only the stillness of night and the feeling that something was waiting just beyond what could be seen. He mentioned the dream to the older monk the next morning. "What do you think it means?" he asked. The elder shrugged. "Don't turn it into something it's not." That night, the dream returned. But this time the cat's eyes were open, two glimmers, impossibly bright, burning like stars behind the pale moon's glow. The monk awoke with the image seared behind his eyelids. The next night the cat blinked, slowly, once. By the third night there was sound, faint, almost imagined, a low, steady purr. When he awoke, the sound stayed in his chest, vibrating softly beneath his ribs. As the week unfolded, the moon in his dream began to shift, waxing, waning, splitting into crescents and vanishing to dark. Yet the cat remained, always in its place, never moving, never more than a whisper of form behind the light. The young monk became restless. During the day he wandered the temple grounds in secret. He sat beneath the bell tower peering upward for hours. He traced the moon's reflection in puddles and tea bowls with trembling fingers. He even began to sketch crude outlines of the cat in the margins of his sutra scrolls, hiding them quickly when footsteps approached. His task slipped through his hands like smoke. He left the incense unlit. He missed the morning chants. He nodded off during scriptures reading. The older monks began to notice, though none said a word. And yet, each evening, when he settled into Zazen, his breath would steady, his thoughts would settle. The search would fall away like dust from his robes. For those few moments, he was simply sitting, present and empty. But still the dreams returned. One evening, as the leaves began to fall, the monk sat alone beneath the silver glow of the autumn moon. And when the cat appeared behind it, as it had so many nights before, the monk did something he had not yet dared. He spoke to it, softly, almost without sound. "Why do you hide behind the moon?" he asked. In the dream, the cat blinked. Once, nothing more. The monk felt his breath catch. He waited for something, anything, and yet nothing came. No words, no movement, only that single, deliberate blink. From that night on, the monk stopped searching. He no longer climbed the bell tower. He no longer scratched secret drawings in his scrolls. He no longer chased reflections in puddles or bowls. Instead, he began to sit, night after night, alone in the courtyard, facing the sky, until one day the moon did not rise. The clouds hung heavy and black, but he sat anyway, long enough, sorry, long after the others had gone inside, long after the night had thickened into silence. And there, beneath the weight of an empty sky, he felt something, a presence, not behind the moon, but everywhere, everything. He lowered his head and smiled, not because he understood, but because there was nothing left to understand. That night he did not dream, and the sky, dark and bare, felt full. Now take a comfortable position, and as always, take a few moments to relax your body, arriving into stillness. Perhaps gently close your eyes and take a nice, satisfying breaths in and out. Feel the breath entering your nose, cool and light, and then feel the warmth as you exhale, releasing tension, allowing you to soften a bit. There is no need to change anything. Just observe and notice the space around you, the quiet spaces between sounds. Be here in this moment, just as it is. Thoughts may come, let them pass like clouds, like ripples, like water. And now take a moment to reflect. What part of you keeps searching for answers? And what might happen if you simply stopped? What part of you keeps searching for answers? And what might happen if you simply stop? Now bring your hands to your heart, and as always, send the energy of loving kindness to yourself. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well in body and mind. May I feel cared for, protected, at ease. May I remember that I have enough, I do enough, and I am enough. May I touch deep, natural peace. As you gently let go of the practice, scan your body and notice what's going on for you right now, physically, emotionally, mentally. How are you, really? And as you go through your day today, I invite you to continue with this reflection. What part of you keeps searching for answers? And what might happen if you simply stop? As always, enjoy your discoveries. Thank you so much for being here today. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you tomorrow.